Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender. It's Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. We're going to take a look at SPX, the VIX, SPY, the usual suspects. And again, keep this short. On the 65, we're going to look at QQQ because we just may have some unfinished business. But we're also going to peek at MJ because we had a great trade alert here today in the Discord. And I want to show that setup that we looked at. So here we are. We're doing this intraday, almost 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get these videos intraday, consider becoming a YouTube supporter. It's 99 cents and it comes with the Discord and those trade alerts, okay? If you want to go a little further, that's $4.99 for the regular the individual stock membership where we went over NVIDIA today. So I'm going to show just a little peek here. We have some brand new information out for Discord members, and that's all of you. That's Patreon. Everybody gets it. It's the cheddar data here. We have the order flow. So we're seeing a lot of calls in some of these individual names, including NVIDIA. So I'm really curious how that's going to end up. And it's NVIDIA's at its trend line. So we'll peek at that as well if we have time. So you have dark pools and you have order flow, lots of valuable information all packed into this Discord. We had a trade alert here today, actually a couple, but the MJ is really kicking off here. So let's go into our regular show. We have SPX on the daily time frame. So we're checking out the naked chart here first. From this first look here, we have a bearish engulfing candle that caused some technical damage, and really all we're doing is back testing on all the indices. So wow, MJ is really moving. So we're going to take a look at MJ with the options expected move as well, and that comes along with the individual analysis members. I give the options expected moves for everything that we cover each week. So very valuable, and I do have a free video on options expected moves if you want to know how to calculate those out yourself, or I could just do it for you. So we're getting this price action in between so far, just an inside week, and that could end up that way. We have plenty of week left, so it doesn't have to, and we hit our target on SPY already. So let's see if that unfinished business is still a factor here. Okay. So we have the naked look there. We have our trend. All right, this is our trend indicator, full all up trend, little whipsaw here, and then we had that sell signal, and we're clearly going sideways, but we're having trouble with this 20 and this bearish engulfing. So you're seeing this kind of consolidate an equilibrium, and when this breaks out or breaks down, we're going to see if this trend holds on that side or this side. So kind of neutral at this time, but this is a bearish setup. We have the negative divergence from these peaks here all the way down, and we're in the red on the smart MACD. This is heading to the downside. All right, your moving averages. Again, fighting, had a hard time with the 8 EMA and the 20. So the 8 EMA, if you're new here, is our momentum indicator, and it's starting to curl down. It actually crossed over the 20. That could be our first sign of a negative move here. And then the 20 moving average that price action is kind of fussing with right now with a possible reversal candle here. So yeah, lots to look at. We're looking for a trend reversal, and so far I think that things are starting to crack a bit. All right, so there's your moving averages. We'll put on the traditional technical analysis, and you see this wedge, huge wedge by the way, Okolo. Fantastic trade. Once again, flying disc, nice work with that trade there. Shorted commons yesterday, took profit on the pop today in Okolo, took the same trade, and again, came out with profit. Once again, great traders in the Discord. It's not, it's not all about me in there and me. There's fantastic trades from other traders that are doing just a wonderful job. So thank you, everybody. Okay. Again, here's your traditional look. Yep. Really tight price action, broke down in a meaningful way, and now is back testing these wedges, and that's the theme with all the other indices. So just keep that in mind, that this is starting to look really bearish. Call an oscillator. All right, made it back up to that neutral zone. Is it going to act as resistance and we head lower? That's what I think is going to happen. So we'll see. All right, your RSI, we're starting to bounce up, getting back to that neutral position. We had a overbought or oversold situation, but we could get much more oversold. And I think when this next time down into a possible wave 3, we're going to get a real deep move here into probably single digits, and then form positive divergence when the price action, when the market is ready to bounce here. So I think we go further and then bounce. You have the slow stoke here that's starting to curl up, obviously with the price action there, but I think it's going to be a whipsaw. We'll have to see what the price action gives us going into the rest of the week and into next week. But this should oscillate all the way down to the other side here. All right, we have that nice big bear cross here. That's a bearish cross, a reversal off of negative divergence, and you see those nice big histograms. This should cycle all the way through as well, but not all at one time, right? So we're going to get maybe another down move, and then we bounce, get a significant bounce, and then just kind of ebbs and flows, and I think this will cycle all the way to the bottom. How about tracking our D mark? We're not going to have a setup here today, but we do this each and every day so we can see how this happens. We had our 9 count sell signal. We got that sell right on the mark, and now we're counting to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to see a nice 9 count to the downside for when we are looking for our bounce. All right, let's go over to SPY so we can check out that money flow index. All right, we'll change the boards over to the divergences. We had those divergences, those played out in the near term. You had this new one, and along with that 9 count sell signal, you got that nice big red bar. And this is a distribution accumulation instrument here. So we have distribution, and again, I think this will cycle to the downside. No real setup in itself, but monitoring it. Bollinger Bands, we know that we sold off of that one. We bought off this end. So we sold off of this end with negative divergence, bought on this end with oversold conditions for a dead cat bounce. And I do presume this will open up. The bands are real tight here. They're going to open up, whether it's the upside or downside. I think the downside. Now, looking at the Elliott oscillator, again in the green, nothing to see here yet. Let's go to VIX. VIX has been a great help for us. We had this move. We had really tight price action and just bursted out of this move here. And notice this beautiful 19 area acting as resistance. Well, now it's acting as support. If we add on the moving averages, you can see exactly what's happening. You have the 8 EMA that's giving us momentum to the upside. The trend is now up with the 20 curling up here. We're above the 50 and we're holding on to that 200. That 200 has been key on these last few days. Okay, if you want to know the bigger picture, on Monday I did where I think price is going and such, and we're going to take a look at on the lower time frame right now. So I'll show you our new target area for wave 3. I'm going to do that first so we can do the traditional look after. Okay, so here's the setup that we're looking for. We are looking for wave 3 to connect here with 636. Also our first target, 635. This zone probably, poke through here and then give us a bounce for wave 4 and then head down for wave 5. But so far we have a 1 and then we have an A, B, C for 2. We didn't see, we got that reaction off the golden pocket here, but we left on our hedges up there. I told you the full game plan yesterday. These hedges are now off. We made that target. All right, so we could end up dropping from here, but I do want to show you that there's a possibility, a slight possibility that the Qs still get, and why don't we just go over to the Qs? All right, I want to show you that this possibility could still go hit this 608. All right, I don't know if that's going to be the case. This can be done here. You could have some sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move here to complete wave C all the way. But what I'm alternatively kind of thinking is this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and you could get a wave 5. I know that's an ending diagonal because we have waves that are crossing over. So the key here is to this low right here at 596. We cross over that low here at 596, and SPY, we cross over that low here at 660, and we're talking a possibility that this move is done. Okay, but from just looking at SPY itself, it looks like this is done, complete. We'll have to see if there's any shenanigans going into tomorrow. All right. So we had this great look at Irene. So I've never traded Irene. I don't know what it is, but there were massive bearish trades in the dark pool today, this morning. And I was like, my gosh. So I looked at it, and Irene was completely overbought, and that just kind of huge just data given to us in that cheddar flow. So I want to emphasize, just please, it's nothing to join. Basically it's 99 cents. Just come in. Okay, so we had this initial move down here. That was a breakout from this wedge. I know there's a lot of ugliness here in this time frame, but we had a kind of benefit of the doubt trend here that I labeled, and then we had a back test directly to it. And so this is why I think this move could be over. Now, if QQQ does want to hit that 608 target, then we'll probably get a lower high. You could get a higher high in SPY. I'm not saying, but it already hit its target. So maybe, you can get a lower high here with the bounce in QQQ. If there's some sort of NVIDIA shenanigans or whatever the case is, can go hit its target. We're not relying on that. We have big swings. So if our hedges go away, great, and good for us. If our hedges go through, great, good for us. We're in a really good position right now. All right, so looking at the trend is, and we're still red because of the week before. We're underneath the last week's bar. And we're looking at the trend here. We're losing it one more time. We had a whipsaw above it. Now the sell signal, we should continue. It's very typical for the second wave to have a deep retracement. And so, you always have buyers stepping in. And then after this resumes to the downside, you shouldn't see much of a breach of this 20 moving average at all. Very similar to when it goes up. You have these pullbacks, it goes underneath and it regains it and continues the trend. Moving averages, just kind of fighting with them. Again, this could end up being a very tight, where all the moving averages come right along here and end up being an inside week. Okay, we have to keep that in mind. So a lot of our trades, well, most of our trades are not our hedges. Hedges are in this week. Our other swings are out for a few weeks up to next week. And here's the options expected move. Just price keeps hitting on this, and maybe we get again that bounce up here for the options expected move. Keep trading around it. That's a possibility. So we have to keep that in mind. It's just unlikely. We're looking for a bearish wave 3, right? We're looking for a big move coming in the next couple weeks, and it's just unlikely that now that we hit the upper edge of this options expected move, that we hit the lower edge. Now, fantastic if we do. The faster, the better, but that's just not a high probability trade there. So we don't want any of our option strategies to be for this week, in my opinion. So here's your RSI. We already hit that overbought territory, and that's where we're getting our reversal off of with the back test. We had the sell signal here on the slow stochastic, and so that's starting to head to the downside. So any bounces may just be sold into when we have the headwinds to the downside. Now you have that bull cross here on the 65, but we're in bear territory, and we're now up to that zero line, and that's a typical spot. You can always get above it and then head back lower. And we haven't even gotten to that really oversold territory. So we should exceed that green boundary down here on the MACD before getting deeply oversold and positive. We'll look for those positive divergences later when the market sells off for any bounce. DMARC. again, we're getting that 9 count. This is to the upside for this bounce here. So let's see what happens. Maybe we bounce into it, get a 9 count. It's not the perfect 9 count that's up top, but we'll see if that holds up. There's no setup, in other words. Money flow index, we want to see this flow down here and get oversold and oscillate around here for a while. Bollinger Band, we had the sell here today right off the top of the band. Now we're right at the mid. Let's see if we get a reaction from there. Elliott Oscillator, deep in the red. We're back testing that 0 line. That's what I was talking about. And we could get a little bit of green here, but it should be a whipsaw. And I think we should stay mostly in the red here for the next couple weeks, depending on how fast price moves. We are looking for a head and shoulder, by the way. We have this nice left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Here's your measured move. This is a traditional measured move from, if you just take your line, draw it from the neckline up to the top of the head, and then at the breakdown price right about there, I would say that right around 655, and that takes us all the way down to just past 635. So 635 is a big area for us, and we'll see what happens there. That matches exactly with our extension tool as well on the Fibonacci page that we looked at. All right, so first target 635. Let's see here. First target 635, 636, right in that area. And then after the bounce, we'll look for one more move to the downside, see if we can tag that 620, which would complete our full roundabout from this ending diagonal here and bring us right back to a possible new neckline. You see how support is here, and then we have left shoulder, head, and you can get a right shoulder on this side. It should be lopsided, though, because if we make it all the way down to this target here, we'll probably see positive divergence, and then we'll get some sort of large bounce from that point. All right, buyers should come in at that point. Okay, let's look over to MJ. MJ, quite a move to the options expected move. Was not looking for that. I probably could have sold out of this. We have a little bit of time left. We'll see what happens. But here, there's two ways you can look at this. If this was a peak, then you got yourself a nice B wave for a bigger correction, or if this is not a 5-wave move and this is the start of a new trend, we could possibly be getting a 1, 2, 1, 2, and this should continue higher to make new highs. Okay. Let's see what MSauce is showing. Yeah, so it could be a bigger correction, and the reason why I say that so fast is because what I remember is this kind of trading sideways, all right, and again rejected off of this huge downtrend. This downtrend goes for a very, very long time, and although most of the markets here in the cannabis have already broken out from their downtrend, from their bullish falling wedges, the American market has not. So this will be a really good sign when we do break into this area. Otherwise, this might be a larger correction that could take us back down to the beginning of this triangle. Okay. All right. Looks like we're still getting some movement to the downside. So yeah, this move can be over. Let's check out the VIX and see what it's telling us. So clearly it's starting to rise. We're getting a higher low once again. We had all this bullish structure here that's starting to play out, and I still think we have 1 to 2 more moves to the upside, which should take us to a nice area, which we're talking about 30, about 29.30 should be our next and possibly our final target heading to the downside. It could spike up because of our wave 3 that's possibly coming. Maybe we get higher, but at some point, depending on where we go, we don't know how high. Maybe we close that gap. We'll be looking for a significant drop before heading higher again. Okay, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join us in the Discord. Good luck trading today, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.